Getting ready and live. All right. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. This is our June, the beginning of June. Can you believe it? Believe it or not, whatever a day makes. Beginning of our June self-care Sunday healing gathering. Self-care every day, right? That is the point. Self-care every day is a constant work in progress, right? So is stress, I got a question for you, right? I got a question. Is that okay? Can we dialogue here? Okay, great. Thank you for joining. Let me know if you're watching live or if the replay, #replay, and interact just the same either way. So I got an important question for you. Is stress causing your pain, your aches, pains, symptoms, whatever may be going on, your stress eating, so then weight gain, whatever you're dealing with that's not so pleasant right now, could stress be causing that? What do you think? Have you ever thought about that? Honestly, have you? Answer yes or no. I'm really curious. Is that something that you have considered? I'm waiting for your response. Because the thing is, I think a lot of us, me included, overlook the huge effect that stress has on our bodies and our minds and our whole being, right? And so that's why I chose to focus on it, because looking back at my life, okay, I had to really do a really strong inventory, if you will, because in the last few years, I started developing a number of symptoms that have been really annoying, to say the least, and debilitating at times, to be honest. And they threw me off guard. I really wasn't expecting it. It mostly started after. I was having some. I was definitely under a lot of stress at different points. Along the way. But so mentally, emotionally, I knew I was being affected, but I wasn't as much thinking about the effect that it was having physically, right? And sometimes we can just overlook that, for a while, as and just try to get by, right? But it was actually after I had my child that it was like there was no more, the stop sign. I like to say the stop sign was held up in my body. It was like, no more. I had enough. So my body held up the stop sign and said, you need to pay attention to me. And I started developing some real autoimmune reactions, serious autoimmune reactions, and that but at first they were just symptoms. They were just things that were coming up, and that's often what happens. Is like you don't know what's going on. You're just dealing with these different things that seem unrelated, and you really don't know what's going on. And so, what's my point? My point is that it was really, and I knew that it was accumulated stress at that point. I was like, this, I just knew it was, but it's like all the different factors. And when I say stress, I'm also saying the physical factors that lead up to it as well, because stress makes us act in ways that are counter to our best interests. Is that true? Is that true or true? Yes? Can you relate? Put a yes if you can relate. So whether it's stress eating, whether it's staying in a relationship that's not as useful, whether it's, just making those quick decisions or those irrational decisions that aren't really in our best interest, right? Or not slowing down to say, okay, what do I need in this moment? Being in tune with our bodies, right? So stress is really an all-encompassing term and all-encompassing, causal factor, really, if you think about it. Because if you were really relaxed and in touch with yourself, then wouldn't you be able to tune in and say, okay, well, what do I really need in this moment? And then you just be able to say, okay, maybe, maybe I need to move more, right? Maybe in this moment, my body needs to move, and you would do that because that's what it's calling out for. It's telling you our body has amazing wisdom. So it can tell us what it needs when we pay attention and if we learn to interpret the signs appropriately. Okay. So I'm touching on a lot of different subjects here. So stick with me. Stick with me. But so like I said, I started developing some really serious. I've had psoriasis my whole life, and I kind of knew that psoriatic arthritis was, in my genes, in the cards for me if I wasn't careful. So I had known that before because I started having some symptoms in my 20s actually, and my mom had developed it early, well, kind of in middle of her life. So I saw her suffer with it, and it wasn't fun. She's doing fine though. She's been able to work, with it quite well. And luckily I was able to, get rid of most of the symptoms, when they started coming up in my 20s through diet changes, through lifestyle changes, and paying more attention to my body, like I said. So I was able to kind of keep it off. So it really wasn't in the forefront of my mind for a while. And then, like I said, it was after I had my child and it was kind of a really stressful period. I was actually in a bad relationship that added to it quite a bit. That all of a sudden symptoms just popped up really overnight. So, I didn't have a chance to say, oh, let me backtrack and see what my body needs a little more. I thought I was doing that. To be honest, I really thought I was as best as I could. So there's missing pieces. There's missing pieces of the puzzle. So that's why, since that happened, I really delved into, and I was already a health coach at that point. So I knew basic health stuff. I knew about health. I knew about healthy eating. That's all there. But there's deeper levels. There's deeper levels that we can all go to. Okay. And there's so many things working against us these days. That's the reality, that there's so many toxins in our environment, in our food. So even when we think we're doing the best we can, it's often still very likely that we can come down with something that's going to be hard to deal with, because that's the reality of our world today. There's so many stressors, physically, chemically, emotionally, mentally, you name it, electronically, the Wi-Fi, everything going on. So I'm not going to list, that gives you a sense of, let alone, and I'm not even talking about if you're living in a country that's war torn, or has other crazy things going on. Okay. So even if you're living in a country that's generally peaceful, which I don't know if that exists nowadays, there's still plenty of daily stressors. So we're really working upstream. Okay. So we're really, having to move upstream as far as, unless we're being very proactive in our health journey, I had to come to the realization that developing some, sicknesses or, weakened immune system in the least is almost inevitable these days. Right? Right? If you look at the statistics, that's just a reality. So that's why I was so glad to come up, kind of be able to put all the pieces that I've learned together to create a program that really can address the missing piece and help people find what those missing pieces are in their life. Okay. It's not an overnight solution. There are things that can make a difference really quickly, though. That is for sure. So that's why I've created programs like Your Missing Piece to help you find the pieces that are missing to address find your peace, and your peace both physically, emotionally, mentally, all of it's connected. It's all one. So yeah, so I've been using, this system on myself first and foremost to help myself. And it's still a process, ongoing healing. But let's see. I'm just taking a pause for a minute because there's stuff going on in the house, but that's all right. We'll just keep going for now. And So lost my train of thought, but that's where we're at. So I wanted to just introduce to you guys that I'm launching. I'm getting ready to launch this amazing program that I'm so excited about. Your missing piece. So for those who really are ready to dive in deeper, ready to address and find the causes and weed out the stressors that really don't need to be there and find solutions, very practical solutions in their life. I mean, I can go on and on about the solutions, but I think I'll talk more about that at another time. But that's just giving you a sense of it. You know, some of the benefits that people experience: sleeping better, right? Slowing the mind down so you're not having train wreck thinking that's keeping you up at night, right? Wouldn't that be nice? Finally, if weight is an issue, finally being able to lose the weight you want more easily, but also just, on a basic level, not feeling as hungry or feeling those cravings that keep you, agitated throughout the day, right? Wouldn't that be nice? Yes. Can you relate? So, the list goes on, and also just feeling more peaceful and grounded in yourself so your relationships are better. If it's the kids, you don't find yourself, yelling at the kids for no reason because you're feeling okay inside, right? Your partner, having better relationships and communication with your partner, because again, it all starts inside of you, right? That job, that business you're working on, whatever it may be, having those inspirations and insights you want, because finally, you're calm enough to be able to develop and, the tools and the skills you need and get that insight you need to to really make a difference and see a difference in your life. Very practical, and like I said, in your business, in your job life, in your money flow. The list goes on and on of the benefits. So, all right. Whew. It's a lot. What benefits would you like? What's paining you the most? Let me ask you that. Is there something in your life that's paining you the most these days? If you feel comfortable sharing that in the group, or go ahead and just message me, because I'd be really curious to know, where you're most concerned, with your health, what effect stress you feel like is having on your life right now. So if you feel like sharing, go ahead and share that with me. And what would you love to see? What solutions? Can you let yourself dream? Maybe you've already been dreaming and you're like, I just don't know how to get there. What would you love to experience and see in your life that you're not currently, that you're not currently at? You're not currently seeing how to get there. You're feeling stuck, right? Feeling lost, like it's missing, right? So what is that? What is that dream, that vision that you have for yourself, for your life, your health, your business world? You name it. Your relationships. So let's go ahead and use this as a transition while you're thinking about letting yourself dream bigger and bigger, because our dreams really are part of what pull us forward, right? Right? So it's really important to have that vision, that clearer vision as much as possible of what we want to move towards. That's what creates that pathway, right? It does. It's actually by deciding, okay, we're moving towards that, even if we don't need to know all the steps in between, they show themselves as we move. Have you experienced that? I know you have. Go ahead, say yes. Say yes if you've experienced how the pathway shows itself as you move forward. You won't necessarily see it, even right before the door opens, and then all of a sudden you walk through. I'm talking metaphorically here, but I think you understand, right? And if you haven't experienced that, I have to say you're missing out. And for a long time, I was missing out because I was holding myself back with fear, stress, anxiety. I was afraid to take steps forward in a lot of areas of my life for a while when I was a kid. But I learned that it's through stepping out that opportunities present themselves. It's through putting yourself out there and being like, okay, moving past that fear and anxiety. pushing it aside. And you might not know how to do that right now, but that's okay. That's okay. That's why I'm here to, help guide you if you're looking for help in that area, right? If that's something, if fear or anxiety has been keeping you stuck, depression, you name it, there are solutions. I know for a fact because, because I've moved through a lot of barriers, that I felt were keeping me stuck. And so I know it's possible. And there's so many people out there, believe me, so many people that have been through this as well, that, where it's like, oh, you feel stuck. And then all of a sudden you move past it and it's like the world opens up, right? Right? Okay. So let's dream. Let's dream a little bit bigger. And let's go ahead and move into our meditation portion for today, our relaxation. So I'm going to guide you. So go ahead and, I've been sharing this information with you, but I've been wanting to, I guess, impart and share with you part of why this mission, which it really is for me, is why I've taken on this mission, if you will, and why I'm focusing on, stress relief, or self-care, whatever you want to call it, healing. Why I'm focusing on that, because it is very personal to me. And in another video I shared also that my body particularly, and I've known this for some time now, is very sensitive. I happen to be a sensitive type. So some people, just absorb things easier than others. I've always been the type that gets really affected by my surroundings, by what I eat, or by, different things in my environment, or what I take in. So in a way, that's a blessing in disguise, because it's hard at first, but then it makes us become more aware of our environment, of our surroundings as well. So often if you're sensitive in whatever way, that's a sign that also there's that you have healing work to do, not only for yourself, but also for the world. Have you considered that our sensitive areas and our areas that where we're easily triggered, or easily, where we need healing, and then when we have the opportunity to work on those areas and then share them and provide healing for others. So that's where I'm, I've learned so much at this point. I'm like, it would be a crime, it feels like, to keep it to myself when so many people need this information, this healing, these benefits, these tools, especially at this time in this world, right? Right. So, all right. So I love to give an experience, not just information, because information only goes so far. And then it honestly just adds to overwhelm, right? Because if we're not applying it, it just becomes head knowledge. Head knowledge is not what's going to help us. It's not. Okay. I've also learned that the hard way. You think you know something, unless you're applying it in your life, we don't know it yet. We don't really know it. So it's really in the application, in the practical, everyday tools, that we use that change our life, that make the difference, right? You can have something sitting on the counter that looks all nice, but if you're not taking it in, what good is it going to do? Right? I mean, that's just practical, right? Okay. So I love to give you all an experience of a guided relaxation experience. So that's why I jump into this part with you. And that's why, honestly, the meditation and guided relaxation and relaxation tools are really a key part of any of my programs, whether it's the full-on, personalized coaching through the Your Missing Piece program, or the group, these group sessions that I do live, or my workshops, you name it, or ongoing memberships where people can access these tools then the meditation and relaxation portion is always going to be key. So deep breathing is kind of number one. Okay, so let's slow down and welcome to anyone who's just joining us now. We're going to dive into our meditation and relaxation portion. And thank you so much again for joining us. And so go ahead and get settled. Feel, you know what, I'm going to see if I can put on a little background music. I forgot to do that beforehand. But that's all right. We can still accomplish that, I think. And so go ahead and get settled. And if you've joined me before, then you know a great way to do that. You can put some of your hands on your body. Feel the breathing, the breath moving in. So go ahead, in and out. Breathing in through the nose. That's important. That helps stimulate the relaxation response. And to get at least three deep cleansing breaths. Breathing in through the nose. And a big sigh out through the mouth. Wonderful. Wonderful. So breathing in through the nose. And stretch. Feel free to use this opportunity to stretch also. And make a sound when you're exhaling. Make a sound. Whatever sound wants to come out, that actually helps stimulate the brain to relax even more. Okay. Great. Great. Okay. Oops. Hold on. Okay.
Hi,
Oops.
I'm Rivka Malka, and today we're going to talk.
I had a feeling that was going to happen. Turned on the wrong video. I think I'm probably just going to go without music for now, but let me try it one more time. Okay. Okay, there you go.
With Fundrise. Invest here.
Yeah, they're not helpful. Yeah, I could have planned this better. So this is not going to be the professional video. Okay. I got it. I'm with you now. I could just edit that part out. Okay. There you go. So feeling your body on the chair, on whatever you're sitting or lying on. Close your eyes, if you will. Roll your shoulders. The shoulders and your back are often parts that hold a lot of tension. Roll your neck. Roll your whole body, your whole torso. Taking deeper breaths in and out. Now inhaling forward, reaching forward with your whole body. And exhaling, so opening the heart center, breathing into your heart, and then breathing into your the back of your heart. So undulating forward and backward with your body, with your torso. And include your neck, so you're moving your neck up and down. Roll, if you're standing, you want to stand up, you can roll all your joints. It's really beneficial, just moving and rolling all your joints. Beautiful. Beautiful. If you want to take longer doing that, you can pause and go ahead and continue moving your body to some peaceful ways to relax even deeper. When you're ready, kind of circle your way back to center. Good. And let's bring the breath more inward now. So inhaling and exhaling through the nose. You ready? And just notice and start feeling the breath from inside the body. You can count if you'd like, if it's helpful to count the breaths to stay focused on it, or focus on the feeling. It's even a little bit more internal. You can feel the air moving from your nose into your body. Focus on that feeling. That helps ground you even more in the sensation, in right now, in the present moment. Bringing the air up into your brain so it oxygenates and fills your brain with loving energy. Every cell of your body is being regenerated. Oxygen is the molecule of life for us, right? So breathe in life. Breathe it abundantly. Yeah, fill your body as much as possible and do it intentionally. Moving your diaphragm, your belly in and out. Whatever feels good to you. Tune into what your body, your mind needs right now. This is your time. There's no right or wrong. The more that you just connect with yourself, right? That's the key. Because your body and your mind has the wisdom inside that it needs. You have everything you need inside of you. When you tap in and appreciate it, it comes out even more. Now we're going to slow down even more. Go a little bit more internal, even more internal. Slowing the breath. And pause. Focus on a pause in between the inhale and the exhale. Feel the sensation of your body against the chair or the grounding. Feel that relationship, that support that's always there. And notice the connection on your crown. Notice the feeling of your crown and the top of your head, like there's a string pulling slightly upward. Can you feel that? Let there be a cone of energy flowing above your head. Yeah. Can you wait?
There's a part of the vacuum cleaner that's missing.
Oh, okay, I'll get it.
What?
I'll get it. Can you wait? Okay. All right, thank you. So, okay, coming back to focus. So notice your feet and the top of your head. That connection between and the root right at your tailbone. Can you feel your tailbone and your feet growing roots into the ground? Imagine them going into the core of the earth. You don't need to know exactly what that looks or feels like. Just feel, just intention it. Connect with the core of the earth. There's unlimited energy for you. And the crown is reaching up into the heavens. You're completely supported, nourished. You're okay, just perfect the way you are. Just perfect the way you are. Now you may want to just stay or deepen in this place of relaxation. You can lay down and stretch, roll around, keep breathing, or even just go deeper into the silence, the stillness inside. I thank you for taking your time to join me and join yourself. Take the time to nourish yourself. If you've benefited from this experience or joined me in this experience, go ahead and share your experience. Share some of the benefits that you felt. It'll help remind you the importance of coming back to this place. Okay, so it's not just for me, it's also for you, right? So we solidify and ground in the experience when we write about it or share about it in a safe space. If you want to message me directly, go ahead and do that. I'd love to hear what you're going through personally and see how I can deeper assist you. So thank you again. And like I said, if you're not already a part of my Facebook group, the free Beyond Basic Wellness Movement community, I call it a movement because I'm really excited to share deeper wellness and self-care than a lot of people get to experience in their lives up until now. So yeah, really a self-care and healing movement is what it's about, and in so many levels. So join me there, Beyond Basic Wellness Facebook group, and if you are there already, then invite friends. Then let's have a party. Let's all join in, so we can all experience these benefits together and deepen in our self-care and our self-awareness of our health first and foremost, and then we can transform it. And for those who really are ready to dive in to get deeper help right now, then don't wait. Just contact me and let's talk. Okay? All right. Thank you again. Wish you well. God bless.